Communication, speech, persuasive speech. I'm Jerome Reinholt, middle name Dave. I've got behind me my lovely wife, videotaping. I've got my oldest son Adonis here, whether he wants to be or not. I've got my lovely daughter Talise. I've got my other lovely daughter Salome. I've got my wonderful friend Scott Weber.
Make sure you get Adonis' socks in this.
And I've got my dog as well, so I meet the minimum requirements.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chica's the most one that pays more than most attention.
So there have been two very controversial ideas floated to all of us by presidential candidates during this presidential election. Bernie Sanders has suggested that free college education should be supplied to all the youth in America. Donald Trump has suggested barring all Muslim immigrants into our country and building a wall between the United States and Mexico. Free education sounds great, Bernie, but nothing is free. How do we pay for it? Barring immigrants is a terrible idea, Donald, since we are the melting pot of the world. But how do we get immigrants to assimilate to life in the United States of America? The solution to both of these ideas is to institute a national mandatory service program in our country for all 18-year-old citizens and legal immigrants. What? You say, Adonis? A national mandatory service program at age 18? Who else in the world would do something like that? Well, there are approximately 23 countries that have instituted such a program. Some of them are Austria, Greece, Israel, South Korea, Sweden, Switzerland, Norway, Poland, Finland, and Germany, just to name a few. How would the mandatory national service program work in our country? I'm going to tell you. All 18-year-old citizens and legal immigrants of the United States would be required to serve our country in the form of five different services. Number one being the U.S. military in non-combat roles, serving the United States Army, the United States Air Force, the United States Navy, and the Marine Corps. Or number two, in the Peace Corps, helping other countries throughout the world with water supplies and health care. Number three would be serving in the Veterans Administration, helping to serve and take care of our U.S. veterans in dire need of help. The fourth would be working in the AmeriCorps program, helping with the education in the inner city, low-income areas of our country with our youth and housing for families in those areas. The fifth area would be the U.S. National Park Service, working to upkeep our parks, our national parks, and our forests. All of this service would be for 2 years from the time that you are 18 to 20 and consists of room and board and a small monetary stipend. What benefits does the individual receive from the mandatory national service? Upon completion of this, will have earned one, paid for college education and or a trade school program that they decide. Number two, they will have earned a sense of pride in our country by having helped to do something positive for our society. Number three, they will have earned a time and a chance from the age of 18 to 20 to decide what career path they might want to follow. What are the benefits of national service to our society and our country? what will our society receive? Well, they will receive, number one, low-cost employees to fulfill non-combat roles in the military, in the Peace Corps, in the Veterans Administration, in AmeriCorps, in the United States Parks and Recreational Service. Number two, they will receive better educated youth. We all need better educated youth. Number three, there will be less economic burden to the middle class. Not having huge loans to pay back for college. And when I talk about huge loans, I want to say College Data, the great website, says that there is an average cost for a college education in America is $43,000 a year at a private school and $19,500 a year in state college for residents. So if you take a 4-year education, we're talking about $80,000 for a state college education. You're talking about $188,000 a year for a private college education. That's an obscene amount that the middle class have to pay for. The fourth item would be better unity among citizens. When you take all the citizens of the United States and legal immigrants and have them perform together, service together, the youth of this country, you take different cultural, economic, racial, and religious backgrounds and put them together, working together, side by side, for the common good of our country. So I'm going to say, Bernie Sanders, free education, free college sounds good, but who's going to pay for it? These children, these youth are going to earn it. I'm going to say, Donald Trump, quit trying to divide our country. Quit trying to appeal to the worst part of our country. Let's implement mandatory service, implement mandatory national service, so the youth of America can earn their education, can work together with others from different cultural, economic, racial, and religious backgrounds together for the common good of our country. I want you to contact your local congressional representative, and I want you to talk to them about instituting mandatory national service for the good of our country.